Next up, we'll check out Channel 3, Plateland. These panda bears will fire off these spinning plates, and you can knock them out if you punch the target down here, but you have to hit it very accurately, so it's just as easy to simply punch him out from underneath. You get to a graveyard, which I'm guessing is supposed to be the haunted house area, otherwise I don't know why the hell they put it in Playland. You'll meet up with a sub-boss, a haunted dog head. He'll shift from side to side above you. Don't jump and attack, just fire your hammer punch while standing underneath so you don't collide with him. When he stops, run to the corner to avoid his pursuit. He'll then transform into 4 of the many ghosts that scatter down. If you can, stay in the middle to dodge them completely. After winning, you'll end up having to swing across these pools of water. I guess Willie can't swim because landing in them is instant death. When you come across these platforms, don't stand on the crocodile head for too long because it'll irritate him and he'll take a bite out of you. If you run to the edge of this croc head, you can land on the platform above, or if you reach the second croc, just jump straight up and then take the jet sneakers across to safety. When you descend this area with the bats, be sure to kill this last bat before grabbing the heart. That way you'll fill up all your health after taking all the damage that you're going to before sailing across to take on the boss. Since this is a carnival level, it's gonna be a carnival themed boss, this somersaulting clown dog or whatever. It starts out in this unreachable platform up top and hammers projectiles down at you. You can't do anything to attack it, you have to dodge for now. Its pattern is always the same, 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, and so on. Pretty easy. Then it comes out and flips around the perimeter of the room. When it stops and hops around, hit and run. The projectiles it shoots are not unblockable, but they're not too easy to block either. Then it flips back onto the dog-faced platform and repeats the process. Be patient, as it takes a lot of hits to kill him and you can't be too aggressive with your attacks. You can probably get only 2 hits between retreats, so it'll take a little while. Also, while you jump over his somersaults, try not to jump all underneath the platform. It'll take a lot of health away if you bump your head. Eventually you'll kill him and save Jill again. The 4th channel is the Western Adventure. It starts out real easy. It's a lot like the first level with the red rapist thing and the annoying bitches dropping flower pots on you. Then when you get to where these Indians fire arrows, equip your twin balls and your attacks will go right through the rocks they hide behind. Use the bomb to take out this asshole from a distance. You'll reach the sub-boss, this rain dance god that sits atop a wooden statue with 2 of these dancing purple fucks at ground level. Your target is the guy up top, although your attacks can slow down the purple guys too. So equip the twin balls and stand along the edge. Your attacks can just about reach him from here, and the dancing fools won't walk all the way across. The biggest obstacle here is the strong wind that pushes you backwards, but it shouldn't give you all that much trouble as long as you have a decent amount of health. This boulder will block your entrance here, so bomb the shit out of it and you'll enter a cave. You'll have to descend down an area with a decent amount of spikes, branches to swing on, and bats. Keep the twin balls equipped to keep enemies in check while swinging so you don't have to concentrate on everything at once. Use your jet sneakers to get across this gap and you'll end up riding around on this car Indiana Jones style. Duck underneath the spikes and jump over the things sticking out of the wall. Once you're outside, keep your eye out for where the track breaks off and jump onto the next platform. When you get to the boss, Mugsy makes a pass at you, saying that you can play with his pet Big Eagle. Dude, I don't want to know the name you've given your... Oh, that's what he's talking about. This guy's a pretty tough bastard, especially with the boulders. Equip your hammer punch and attack after he drops the boulder. Stay in the center and don't change your movements until he stops to drop it, or he'll follow you and trap you in the corner. He's a fast motherfucker. He'll routinely drop a boulder on the far right hand side, fly away and come back with another, this time lining himself up to where you are. When he swoops down without a boulder, duck or he'll slice you with his talons. At some point you'll change his pattern up a little by dropping the boulder off more toward the left. After getting the hang of it, you'll take him out and, yep, save Jill once more. This bitch gets rescued more often in this one game than Princess Toadstool does in all the Mario games combined. So now you can pick level 5, New York, and would you believe it, the dumb skank gets caught again. Alright, if you're dumb enough to get kidnapped 5 times by the same guy, then I'm sorry, but we have to break up. I'm getting tired of this shit. So New York is pretty much a city street for the first 3 screens with mostly a bunch of the same enemies you've seen throughout the game. Then you swing up this area with an eye-irritating background that changes color more often than the horse on Wizard of Oz. Equip the twin balls and try to keep yourself in swinging motion as much as possible to protect yourself from these phantom dogs or whatever the hell they're supposed to be. Then you'll... What the fuck? It's the exact same boss from the first level. Okay. Use the same strategy, but this time the twin balls make it even easier because you can attack from a distance. Then after a walk in the park and a trip across these platforms, you'll fight 2 more recycled mini-bosses from earlier. Then Mugsy gives you shit about not releasing Jill, and you have to battle the goddamn eagle again. Thankfully it's easier this time since the spikes on the sides are gone. Then after traveling down this path kinda resembling the end of level 3, you'll face the fist machine boss from level 2. After killing this bastard, you'll ride some conveyor belts and, wouldn't you know it, another rematch with a mini-boss. And once again, the surroundings make this battle easier because you don't have to worry about falling this time. Jump over the boulders and kill the dog-headed spike things. Don't worry about falling into a pit, there aren't any until the very end, which you can see easily. Use the jet sneakers to get the extra life, go down the hallway to the bottom, punch the boulder out of your way with repeated shots, and go down the hole. You'll battle the clown dog thing again, same fight as last time. After killing him, you'll end up in the sewer, and my god, what a pain in the fucking balls this part is. Swinging from wheel to wheel over the spikes. Now, this isn't really the part where it sucks the most, because you only have to swing 3 times, and there's a harder part coming up, but it's still a bit unpredictable as to how far you're gonna be traveling and whether or not you'll line up correctly. Then Mugsy sends his bodyguard Mr. Kong after you. He'll jump around slowly and try to squash you, while bananas will slowly fall from the sky. Stay near him and attack his upper body with the hammer punch while dodging the bananas. When he opens up his hands, he'll fire off these spiked balls which you can knock out of your way. After killing him, you'll be back in the sewers again, and when you get to this part, jump across the crocs and grab the pipe above quickly before you get eaten. The skunk will fart in your general direction, and then it's on to Mugsy, who finally decides to fight himself. So this must be the final boss. You'll be auto-scrolled while he flies around on a propelling platform shooting at you. Each shot stuns him, so stay close and keep firing. The only thing you really have to worry about is when he shifts from one side to the other, sometimes corner to corner and sometimes straight across. Avoid him accordingly. Don't worry about his bullets if you're right in front of him, they're slow as shit and your hammer punch will knock them away. Besides the spikes underneath, the only other hazard you have to worry about are these random bombs that drop from the sky. Don't touch them. After delivering your final blow, Willie does his best Ralph Cramden imitation and punches Mugsy all the way to the fucking moon. You join Jill hand in hand, and it looks like this time you finally rescued her permanently. They stand in the same spot for the whole fucking night, just staring at each other. Finally they kiss and... wait a minute. Look at this. Jill's eyes are closed, while Willie's are wide fucking open. Is that not creepy as shit? Well, the game says that this is the end, but is it really? Well, nope. Just like in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, if you sit through the credits, you'll get a bonus level. Mugsy, who somehow finds his way back to Earth, says, "Let's go one more round, I got money and items." Well, I think he means he has your money and items, because when you start this fucking level, all your money, upgrades, and extra lives are gone. Just gone. What the fuck? This is the most challenging level in the game, and they're gonna take away all my weapons and stop me out with 3 lives? Lame. So in this first part, you have to do some tricky dicky stuff with the jumping. Like here's 2 spots where you want to get a boost, then careen off the wall to grab the pipe. Be careful though, you don't want to fall a great distance and have to climb all the way back up. Next are all these conveyor belts, and get ready for a lot more pogo jumping. When you get to the conveyor belt where there's nothing ahead of you but spikes, jump and pogo to the lower left continuously to make your way across. All these damn frogs getting in your way won't make things any easier. If you survive that, you'll eventually find another sewer. Big fucking pain in the ass right here. You have to swing across 6 of these goddamn things while these guys riding on these birds or whatever will fly by just to complicate matters. Shit. After making your way up one more area, you'll go through a door and fight Mugsy in the exact same boss battle you already had. Only difference is, now you don't have the hammer punch or any of the other weapon upgrades. After winning, you knock him to the moon the exact same way as before, and you get the exact same ending. This time for real. Rockin Kats is a hokey, cartoony game that's kind of fun, but it has its flaws. It's definitely playable and it'll hold your interest, but it really could have been better. So that wraps up this edition of Aqualung's Game Reviews. See you next time.